My name is Sarah Jane Peach and I am a clinical dental technician and I work within a Maxillofacial lab. I make appliances for patients which can be, I specialise in teeth, but the department I'm in also do eyes, ears and noses. I also see the patients and I make the appliances. The requirements for my job role, they do vary because there are different jobs within the department. What I did is I actually originally was a dental nurse, and then from that I did an apprenticeship, and I was lucky enough that I got sponsored through my apprenticeship, continued on into the NHS, and then within the NHS I did a following qualification which they have sponsored me through. There is also the more academic route, which would be going to university to do a degree in dental technology, and then you can top that up with a master's in Maxillofacial. There are lots of skills and characteristics that are perfect for this role. There are lots of different things that I think can lead to being a great Maxfax or dental technician. So I think patience and understanding for seeing patients, and then having a technical and engineering ideas, and also artistic. So any of those is a great skill to have if you're coming into this area. The job role can lead you to many areas. So I'm now more clinical, where I started off definitely more lab-based. So that's where it's led me. I've been led to spend more patient time. It can continue on to research in the long run, if that's something you're interested in. And obviously 3D printing has become a massive part of our industry now. So it can become slightly more IT based as well.
In theatre, the surgeons like to use these face masks with the built-in visors, but they've become increasingly difficult to get hold of. So we came up with a solution whereby we designed on our CAD software a clip that holds, it's got two little studs to hold the visor on, and then two loops for holding the face mask on. And so what you can do is you can reproduce it, the hard to get parts, just simply with these little device that we've designed. We then, once we've designed them on the computer, we can then upload them onto our 3D printers. And the 3D printers, we can print about 250 a day on the printers. They've asked for 4,000, so we've got the printers running flat out, working nights as well, so we set them up before we go home. And they're running off 250 a day. And then all that needs to be done to make them for use then is pop the acetate onto the clip, and then send that to the theatre where they can attach the masks themselves. And we've managed to use our kind of 3D printing techniques from the medical side of things to help produce something that can help with the COVID crisis and assist in the PPE shortage, which is still going on, and obviously will probably get a bit worse throughout the winter.
I get a huge amount of satisfaction out of my job. There's a mixture of things that come from it, and there is satisfaction. There is also a little bit of sadness, because obviously you're seeing patients who may not be very well and may continue not to be very well. But then you do have the patients that you can make a huge difference to their standard of living, which is fantastic. The pay for my job is good. As a trainee, you start at 25 upwards to, if you're a manager of the lab, it can go as high as 62,000.
So as soon as the lockdown started, our department, all the work stopped coming in. So we decided that we needed to be doing something to make it worthwhile being here. So we started looking at different ways in which we could produce some PPE. And one of the main things was that people said they couldn't get hold of visors. So we started looking at different ways of manufacturing them. And we have some early prototypes where we were 3D printing these studs and using elastic and some foam to try and attach them. We tried tying the elastic through holes in the acetate and then super gluing them on. We even tried making some metal framed ones using the laser welder. And eventually, after a lot of trouble and a lot of stuff going in the bin because it wasn't working, we came up with this one, which we managed to get hold of a riveter from a company in Wolverhampton, and then procurement managed to get all the sticky foam. And once we'd worked out a production line of putting these together and how to do it, we then disseminated that to the staff who were up in the redeployed staff who were up in the library. And once they got cracking, they were producing. At first, we thought we might be able to get sort of 200 or 300 a day, and by the end of it, they were getting thousands a day. And in total, they did 250,000 to keep the trust in visors. And now we've got a stock ready for if we need any more. If there's a shortage throughout the winter, we've already got a stock then at the hospital ready to use. So that was just one way of us keeping busy and trying to contribute towards the effort really during the lockdown.
Working in the Maxillofacial lab is a really fun, interesting place to work. I love it. I've made friends, I've learnt new things, and I would highly recommend it to any girl or boy as an industry to go into. You'd be amazed by the things we make and supply in our department. I'd really recommend coming to have a look around the department and see if there's some work experience or apprenticeship schemes in your area that you could get involved in, because I think it's such an unknown area and industry that I think once someone sees it, they'd really want to go forward with it in the future.